Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Chandler, Arizona. We are here at Seton Catholic High School. As yes, we are truly in the middle of the baseball season. Tonight, the Seton Catholic Sentinels, they will host the Knights of St. Mary's. And these two teams, they go ways back. They may be on different levels, so to speak. St. Mary's is in the 4A conference. Seton Catholic has dropped down to 3A, but the two managers, and we'll talk extensively about the managers, they said we are going to keep the rivalry going. For the Seton Catholic Sentinels, they have P.J. Rafford on the hill. And leading off for the Knights of St. Mary's will be Mikey Nanez. Nanez, as you see, steps in from the right side. Full windup by Rafford. First pitch is right down Broadway, and it comes at 5:58 Arizona time. St. Mary's sporting their green. Next pitch is up and in. For Seton Catholic, yes, they sport the home white trimmed in yellowish orange, however one would describe. Terrific setting here as that next pitch is hit down the left field line. That is a base hit. Hustling over is Brown. Circling first is Nanez. Big turn, but he leads off with a base hit for the Knights. Terrific setting, as we said, behind the wall in right center field, behind that home of the Sentinels sign. You get to see one of their main buildings as Luis Mejia steps to the plate. Mejia hits at a 476 clip. Tough lefty to get out. Stands in the center of the batter's box. Quick throw over to first, nothing doing there. St. Mary's with a record of 8-3 on the year. Seton Catholic checks in with an 8-5 mark. Rafford is set. He deals. And that gets the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike. And I'll correct myself and say 0-1. That first toss was actually over to first base. Here's the toss. And that breaking pitch gets the dish, 0-2. P.J. Rafford, senior, right-hander, as you can obviously tell, but you love that senior pitching, that senior leadership. Runner going, swing, and that is hit into left field. That's a base hit. Stopping at second is Nanez. Back-to-back singles for the Knights here in the opening frame. So for Rafford, digging himself into the very initial hole, so to speak, but at the same time, plenty of fielders behind him. You just get yourself set. But the lineup only gets tougher for St. Mary's. Javier Romero at the dish. 436 batting average. His 14 runs batted in leads the team. First pitch is a called strike, 0-1. Quick chat between the catcher Del Rosario and Rafford. Tialak Del Rosario, a pair of seniors. And again, as much as you want a senior pitcher on the hill, senior catching is very important as well. That good leadership, you want to be strong up the middle. They get a look at Rafford checking the runner. Comes home. That's low. Perfectly gorgeous day, sunny nighttime start. Rafford's 1-1. In the dirt, blocked by Del Rosario. And that's something at this level you also really have to respect and understand how important that catcher is in blocking wild pitches. Keeping the pass balls to a minimum. Big lead for both base runners. Here's a 2-1. Swing, and that is hit in the air right field. Peterson is camped under it. He'll make the catch, and there will be no advancement by the runner. Very good throw in by the right fielder, Max Peterson. One gone, and that's a big out. Get that first out, you get yourself settled down. As we said, the lineup doesn't get any easier. Jacob De La Rosa at the plate. Big first baseman. First pitch. Lays off of it, 1 ball and no strikes. Team ERA for Seton Catholic is at 4.67. Coach Brian Stevenson in his 10th year would certainly love to see that number drop a little bit, especially as you start to get into region play. 1-0. Fouled off, 1 ball and 1 strike. For St. Mary's, it's very easy to say managed because at the big league level, that's what they're called, managers, not so much head coaches. Chris Rito is the manager / head coach for St. Mary's. 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rafford getting ahead of De La Rosa, very important. De La Rosa standing in the center of the box. Slightly open stance as Rafford sets below the belt. The pitch. Swing, bouncing ball, and that will go foul along the third base side. Seton Catholic Prep, the home of the Sentinels. Really good setting, and I'll say a nice little crowd here on a Friday afternoon. St. Mary's has definitely brought some people as well. That's what you like to see. You like to see high school teams supported. Rafford will step off. .333 down the right field line, .375 to dead center, .324 down the left field line, short porch. One-two. Swing, and that is fouled above our heads, and that will end up on the track here at Seton Catholic High School, 1150 North Dobson Road in Chandler, Arizona. Just underway, top of the first inning. First 2 Knights batters singled. Romero flied to right. Jacob De La Rosa, the 4th batter of the game. 1-2. Swing, bouncing ball out to the second baseman, Reese. His toss to Mulligan for 1, and the throw down the first is in time. And there is your inning-ending 4-6-3 double play. Just what P.J. Rafford ordered. We played a half inning from Chandler, Arizona. The Knights nothing. The Seton Catholic Sentinels coming to bat on the Seton Catholic Network. Home half of inning number 1. The Knights were not able to push across anything in their half of the first. It'll be Mulligan, Peterson, and Rees, first 3 hitters for Seton Catholic. Nathan Mulligan, the shortstop who is a part of that inning-ending double play, steps to the plate. .344 batting average. Alfonso Ochoa deals the first pitch, and that's outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Mulligan sporting the high red socks. Ochoa deals. 1-0 is low, 2 balls and no strikes. Sentinels as a team batting .297, so they will put the ball in play. 2-0. Upstairs, 3 balls and no strikes. There you see the academic building off in right center, the big trees on the scoreboard in left center. 3-0. Called strike, 3-1, and that is pretty much a tradition in baseball. That strike zone tends to open up on a 3-0 pitch. Up and in, ball 4. Nathan Mulligan draws the free pass. Leadoff man aboard for the Sentinels. And this will bring up Max Peterson. Peterson steps in with a .370 batting average. Alfonso Ochoa on the hill for St. Mary's. As we said, the Knights are 8-3 on the year. Throw over to first, nothing doing. Ochoa sets up high. He deals. The bunt is pushed foul and out of play. No balls and 1 strike. And I'll tell you, small ball is very, very effective. You get the bunt down, the good sacrifice. You get a little hit and run, some straight steals. Just as effective as the big 2-run doubles that go in the gap. Quick throw over to first. Batter shows bunt. Gets the bat back in time. 1 ball and 1 strike. As we said, it's a good crowd on a beautiful Friday night here in Chandler. Good looking field here at Seton Catholic as well. 1-1. There goes the runner. He got a late break. The throw down the second is high, but sliding underneath the bag is Nathan Mulligan for his 8th stolen base of the season. I'd say a good throw would have gotten him. Still very close play. But right off the bat, Seton Catholic has a runner in scoring position. Peterson digs in. 1-2. Swing, and that is hit down the first baseline into the glove of De La Rosa, who steps on the bag for out number 1. But moving over to third is Mulligan. And that's the thing, you hit the ball on the right side, you move that runner over, and now the Sentinels have a runner 90 feet away for Chris Rees. Rees in that 3 hole for a reason. Ochoa will go from the full wind. First pitch, he looks it over, 1 ball and no strikes. Chase Rees in the center of the box. Swing, bouncing ball out to the second baseman. Nunez will look back the runner and throw to first for out number 2. Solid play by Mikey Nunez. So 2 away. Tealoc Del Rosario will be the hitter. Catcher connecting at a 405 clip. First pitch is fouled straight back and out of play, 0-1. Behind us is the softball field, and just off to our right, the track/football field. 0-1. Swing, and that is fouled into the netting in front of us. 2 strikes on the hitter. So both pitchers really bearing down. Obviously, we're not out of this inning yet, but at the same time, we saw Mulligan walk, steal second, and then next thing you know, 2 quick outs. Ochoa trying to retire Del Rosario. Upstairs, 1-2. Del Rosario with 2 homers. Tops on the team, and that's not really something you look for in high school baseball all the time, just rattling off a couple of stats, but know that he can put one out. Swing, and that is hit high in the air. Going out is the second baseman, Nanez, and he will make the catch for the final out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and there was 1 man left on. We played 1 full from Seton Catholic. Scoreless. This is the Sentinels YouTube network. Top half of inning number 2. It'll be Sean Berry, Evan Rios, and Zach Tanner. First 3 to face P.J. Rafford. Both pitchers got themselves in a wee bit of trouble in the first inning, but got out of it. Berry at 265. He's a St. Mary's center fielder. He hits one very high in the air. Going out is the shortstop Mulligan. He is into the outfield grass for out number 1. 1 gone, and this will bring up the designated hitter, Evan Rios. Sophomore knows how to hit. 448 batting average. First pitch, he looks it over, it's strike. Next offering is in the dirt, 1 ball and 1 strike. St. Mary's in Phoenix, Arizona. One could say downtown Arizona, downtown Phoenix. 1-1. That is a called strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 schools of faith. Then we get a shot of P.J. Rafford. Rafford with the full wind. Upstairs, very close, but the count goes to 2-2. The Knights, as we said, have a team batting average of 342. 2-2, called strike 3. First K of the afternoon for P.J. Rafford. 2 gone for Zach Tanner, the third baseman. The Knights coming off a win on Wednesday. They beat Coombs, the Coyotes, 13-4. As that pitch is hit in the air left field. Coming in is Brown. He will make the one-handed grab, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Rafford. We played an inning and a half. No score. This is Seton Catholic Baseball. Jax Minnis will start things off here in the home half of the second inning. Right-handed hitting first baseman. It'll be Minnis, Rafford, and Brady Stevenson. Minnis with a .310 batting average, pair of homers. He leads the team with 15 runs batted in. So yes, ideally you have him up with runners on, but leading off an inning, that's not possible. The senior hits one in the air foul off on the right side. So you got two seniors battling, Ochoa on the hill for St. Mary's and Minnis for the Sentinels. Seton Catholic has defeated St. Mary's 3 consecutive times. Oh, 1. In the dirt, 1 ball and 1 strike. They beat them twice last year, 3-2 in 9 innings on the 16th of April and 11-8 4 days earlier, and won 13-1 their last meeting in 2023. 1-1. Gets the knees, 1 ball and 2 strikes. St. Mary's in the 4A Desert Sky region. 3A Central region is where Seton Catholic calls home. One-two on its way. Swing, and that is lined into right field. That's a base knock for Jax Minnis, leading off the home second. So for the second consecutive inning, the Sentinels get their leadoff man on. And we'll see the starting pitcher for Seton Catholic, the red and gold, P.J. Rafford. Sports that shin guard around his left leg. Minnis off of first, big lead. Throw over to first. Close, but no cigar. Pitch, chopped foul, 0-1. Rafford looks down at the third base coach / manager, we'll say, Brian Stevenson. Another throw over to first. Again, close play. Good job by De La Rosa digging the pickoff attempts out of the dirt. 1 strike on the hitter. He squares around the bunt. It is back to the pitcher. Ochoa will throw over to first, and there is the sacrifice 1-3. Taking second is Minnis, and that's what you want. We said in the first inning, small ball is really what you want to do when you can do it. It's just as effective as those two-run doubles in the gap. Brady Stevenson steps to the plate, swings the bat from the left side. Ochoa sets up high. First pitch. That is high as well. 1 ball and no strikes. I'll definitely say I love the shoes that the catcher Romero is wearing. Sporting those green Nikes. Flows well with the uniform, the green tops of St. Mary's. 1-0. Low, 2 balls and no strikes. And as always, I will give props to the umpires because there's only 2 of them. Home plate umpire and the other works the bases. They really have to take command of the game. It's not like the upper levels of the minor leagues or the majors where you have 3 and 4. Next offering, 3 balls and no strikes. I would think you'll see Stevenson take here. Ochoa trying to find the strike zone. He does, 3-1. Now Stevenson can look for something he can drive. Hitter's pitch coming up. Swing, and he does hit it foul. Pulls it on the ground, and the count runs full to the Sentinels' third baseman. He was a starting pitcher on Tuesday night. Sentinels went down to Florence, and Brady Stevenson threw a complete game shutout, 3-0 against the Gophers. Great job by the young man. 3-2, and that's hit on the ground, stopped by the shortstop Mejias. The throw will go over to the third baseman, but it will get past the catcher and pitcher, and taking second on the play is Brady Stevenson. And in this case, I think you got to give him a fielder's choice. Technically, that is not a hit. Although, I would say that's technically not a hit. Minnis taking third on the play, and of course, Stevenson taking second on the error. E6 is what I would call it. Full count, or full count. Full windup. First pitch to Ferentz. Strike, 0-1. Joe Ferentz, a junior. Ochoa's pitch. That's fouled off. And this is where you need the ball put into play. St. Mary's brought the infield in the first inning and was able to cut off a run when Rees grounded out. Here, Seton Catholic needs something to the outfield. Oh, 2 is high, 1 ball and 2 strikes. One, 2, Ochoa. Low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Glad you could join us. We're just in the second inning, and it's a good one. Seton Catholic and St. Mary's getting after it. They see the good crowd behind home plate here in Chandler, Arizona. The pitch inside, and now the count runs full to the Seton Catholic center fielder. And if you're Ochoa, you prefer to not have the bases loaded. The toss. He loads the bases. Sacks are full for Josh Brown. Minnis stays at third. Stevenson remains at second. Ferentz jogs down the first, and Josh Brown, the senior. Left fielder hitting .286. No homers, 8 runs batted in. Perfect situation for him to pick up a couple. That's fouled. 0-1. Straightaway outfield for St. Mary's. 1 strike offering. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Two-strike pitch is hit into left field for a base hit. 1 run will score, and that is the only run that will score on the play. RBI single for Josh Brown, and the Sentinels draw first blood. They have the 1-0 lead. Stevenson to third, Ferentz to second. And Nathan Mulligan will get his second at bat of the contest. Mulligan, a junior. Upstairs, 1-0. Is hit in the air center field. Here comes Berry. He's under it. He makes the catch. The throw home is going to be cut off by the first baseman, and that is a sac fly for Mulligan as Stevenson comes home, padding the Sentinels' lead to 2-0. And that's the type of small ball that we talked about. Getting runs, when you're able to exchange runs for outs, that's big. Max Peterson to the plate, 0 for 1. One ball and no strikes. Swing, and that's fouled into the mitt of the catcher, and the throw down to second. Close, very close play. But sliding in safely is Joe Ferentz. One. 2 balls and 1 strike. Ochoa checks the runner. 2-1, bouncing ball, and that is going to be foul. That's going to be fair, actually. Wow, close play down the line. And the inning is complete, but not before Seton Catholic would push across a couple of runs. We played 2 full, Sentinels 2, Knights nothing. This is Seton Catholic baseball. 8, 9, and 1 will be the first three hitters for the St. Mary's Knights here in the top of the third as we see Billy Lewis step to the plate. Lewis, the left fielder for the Knights. First pitch from P.J. Rafford is a called strike, 0-1, and the lights have been turned on here at Seton Catholic's baseball field. 0-1, too far outside, 1-1. And I'll say when the lights came on, I mean, it really took a very quick effect. A lot of times at various fields, you'll see them warm up and gradually show bright light. But in this case, yeah, we're pretty much fully lit. 2 balls and 1 strike. Rafford has been staked to a 2-0 advantage. Lewis hits it on the ground out to the second baseman, Rees. He throws on the first for out number 1. 1 gone, and the batter will be Chris Hill. Hill will make his way to the plate. He's a junior. Rafford working in a hurry, throws it over the dish, strike 1. Rafford kicks and deals. Swing, bouncing ball out to the shortstop. Mulligan fields, throws on the first. That's a solid play right there. Nick Mulligan with the nifty fielding. 2 away for Mikey Nunez. And after giving up 2 hits to the first 2 batters in the first inning, Nunez being one of them, Rafford has retired 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in a row. Got help with an inning-ending double play in the first. And that next pitch is lifted foul to our right. So yes, Rafford has taken control. And there you can see Ray Road with the cars going back and forth behind the home plate area here at the Sentinels field. That drops low, ball and a strike. One slowly hit shortstop charging. Mulligan on the run to throw to first in plenty of time. And it's another 1-2-3 inning for Rafford. That is 8 in a row retired by the right-hander. We'll move to the last of the third. 2-0 Sentinels. This is Seton Catholic Baseball. Last of inning number 3, hitters 3, 4, and 5 for Seton Catholic, Rees, Del Rosario, and Minnis. Chase Rees, 0 for 1 in this one. Junior steps up from the left side. Alfonso Ochoa looks in at his catcher Romero. First pitch is a called strike 0-1. Oh, 1 is driven into center field. There's a base hit for Rees. Pumping up that 372 batting average, but more so the leadoff man has been aboard in all 3 innings now for the Sentinels. Teoloc Del Rosario, the hitter. He popped up to the second baseman, Nanez, to end the first inning. This Seton Catholic team made the playoffs a year ago. They lost to Bradshaw Mountain on this very field 4-2 in round 1. Big lead for Rees. First pitch, swing and a miss. Ochoa peeks over at first. Del Rosario digs in, shows Bond, he lays it down. It's a good one. Charging is the third baseman, Tanner. The throw gets away from the first baseman. Both runners will advance at least 90 feet. Not stopping at third is Chris Rees, and the throw home is in plenty of time. That is a solid putout, as that would be, I believe, 9-3, actually, 9-2. So Del Rosario ends up at second, and we'll see the courtesy runner for him, and that's going to be Garrett Miller. So Del Rosario on second. We'll credit him with a sacrifice. Menace singled and scored in the second inning. Pitcher is set. Ball is in the dirt. The throw down to second. Gets away from everybody. Ends up in the outfield. And it looks like the second baseman may have been shaken up initially. But everyone seems to be okay. 1 ball, no strikes. Bat on the shoulder of Menace. Swing, and that is a strike. So 1-1. 2-0 Sentinels. Throw over to second. And they're going to say he balked. Ochoa balks. Del Rosario, or I'll say Garrett Miller, to third. And now Chris Rito, the St. Mary's skipper. He's not going to cross that first baseline, if you notice. Good move by him. Just wanting an explanation, as he deserves. And the 2 umpires, they're going to make sure that they get it right and stay in sync with not only the call, but what happened, and hey, this is how I saw it. And I'll say the base umpire called it right away. Infield comes in now for the Knights, trailing 2-0, 1-1. Menace will hit it in the air, and making the catch is going to be Hill. Here's the throw home, and they cut it off, and that is not in time. Perhaps if it wasn't cut off, they would have had a chance at getting Miller, but it'll be a sacrifice fly for Menace. Miller is in, pushing the lead up to 3-0. P.J. Rafford to the plate. I'll say that ball got back to the infield quicker than we anticipated, certainly quicker than I think Miller thought. Good play by Hill. Next pitch is hit in the air down the right field line, giving chases the second baseman, and he will snare it. Good play by Nunez for the final out of the inning. No runs, one hit. There was an error, and no one was left on. We played 3 full, 3-0 Sentinels. This is Seton Catholic Baseball. Top half of inning number 4, Luis Mejia, Javier Romero, and Jacob De La Rosa. First 3 to face P.J. Rafford. Mejia singled in the first inning. When I say first 3 to face him, first 3 to face him in this frame. First pitch is up. Mejia was actually the last one to reach base against Rafford. Open stance. 1-0 is out of the zone, 2-0. Senior deals. Swing and a miss. Mejia leads the Knights team in base hits. He has 21 in 11 games. So, yeah, he's basically getting 2 a game. 2-1 is below the knees, 3-1. St. Mary's actually has not made the playoffs since 2022. 3-1, and that is hit in the air going out as the shortstop Mulligan coming in, and they get their signals crossed. It drops in front of Brown, the left fielder. And we will give Mejia the base hit. So Mejia's 2 for 2. Javier Romero will be the batter. And we were saying the Knights had not made the playoffs since 2022. They lost 10-0 in the first round at Notre Dame Prep. First pitch, and that is lined into left field. Back-to-back base hits for the Knights. Doing something that they did in the first inning. So Mejia at second, Romero at first. Jacob De La Rosa, the big first baseman, hit into an inning-ending 4-6-3 double play in the first. Rafford's first pitch is blocked by Del Rosario. We saw Rafford get out of the mini jam in inning number 1. And this is where he's at in inning number 4. 1-0 is hit high in the air. Second baseman will call for it. It's the infield fly rule. Rees makes the catch for out number 1. Infield fly rule with runners at first and second, or first, second, and third. If a batter with less than 2 outs, if a batter hits the ball within the parameters of the infield, he's automatically out. So 1 gone. Sean Berry, the hitter, popped up to short to open up inning number 2. Pickoff attempt, nothing doing. Berry sports the high green socks. Junior digs in. Rafford's pitch. That is high. Seton Catholic scored 2 runs in the second and a run in the third. (1-0), and that is hit well to left field. Going back and making the grab is Brown, and they will throw it to first, and they get the double play. A double play is a pitcher's best friend, and Seton Catholic has turned 2 of them. 1 in the first and another inning-ending DP in the fourth. Halfway home, 3-0 Seton Catholic. This is Seton Catholic baseball. Last of inning number 4, it will be the bottom third of the order for the Sentinels, taking on Alfonso Ochoa, Stevenson, Ferentz, and Josh Brown. First 3 hitters. Stevenson scored a run in the second inning. Ochoa's first pitch, low and away, 1-0. (1-0) is in the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike. (1-1). That's a called strike. 1-2. Good location right there for Ochoa. Sort of jammed him, but yes, still in the strike zone. Stevenson would have to turn the bat very, very quickly to put that ball in fair territory. Big looping curveball, and that goes backwards. 1-2. As we said, both teams coming off wins. 1-2. High, 2-2. Arturo Espinosa of St. Mary's defeated Coombs on Wednesday. Brady Stevenson, who you see at the plate, he defeated Florence on Tuesday. Two, foul ball. Took something off of that. I'll definitely say Ochoa knows how to move the ball around. Changes speeds effectively, definitely here at the high school level. Outside, and the count runs full to the senior. Two seniors doing battle. Another foul ball. Stevenson really hanging in there. And it's usually advantage batter the longer an at-bat goes. A pitcher has only but so many offerings. A keen batter will take advantage of one of those. 3-2, and this is bounced right back to Ochoa. He will step and lob over to first for out number one. One gone. This will bring up Joe Ferentz. Ferentz, a junior. He drew a walk in the second inning. Great to hear the rooting and fan support for both teams. Like I said, this is a terrific Friday night. Nothing in one. It's Friday night lights in a different way. Yes, when one thinks Friday night lights, everyone thinks football in the fall. But how about baseball in the spring? Ochoa, he'll kick and deal. Too far outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 runs in the second, 1 run in the third for Seton Catholic. That's how the score stands. 1-1. Good curveball, but it falls low, 2-1. Ochoa very poised on the hill. Swing, and he fouls that straight back and out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 gone, home half of inning number 4. There you get a look at the spacious ballpark. Scoreboard out in left center field. Two on its way. Upstairs, and the count is full. Sentinels looking to pick up that win and enjoy the rest of the weekend. The pitch. Fastball is up and in, and Ferentz draws a walk for the second time in this one. And Josh Brown will be the batter. Brown looks down at the third base coach for some of the instructions. Ferentz leads away at first, a throw over. Nothing doing. Brown hits one in the air, center field. Calling for it is Berry. He makes the grab for the second out of the inning. 2 away, and the hitter will be Nathan Mulligan. Mulligan has been productive in both of his at-bats. Walked and stole second in the first inning, and had a sacrifice fly in the, walked and stole second in the first inning. Sacrifice fly in the second inning. Runner going, the throw down to second is in plenty of time. And there is the 2-4 caught stealing. We'll have to wait another half inning for the Nathan Mulligan at bat. 3 up, 3 down. We played 4 full. 3-0 Sentinels. This is Seton Catholic baseball. Evan Rios will begin things for the Knights in the visiting fifth inning. Rios, Tanner, and Billy Lewis. First three to face P.J. Rafford, who's been helped by two inning-ending double plays, one in the first and one in the fourth. And he was in complete control in the second and third. First pitch, breaks over the dish, 0-1. Rios was caught looking in the second inning. And he pops this one up very, very high. Who's calling for it? Third baseman Stevenson will make the grab as he runs on and off the mound, a mound that he's very familiar with, for the first out of the inning. Zach Tanner is the batter. Tanner flied to left. That ended the second inning. First pitch, 1-0. Fastball is tight, 2 balls and no strikes. Two-0 is high, 3-0. For Seton Catholic, their next game will be on the 25th at Apache Junction. They'll face the Prospectors. The Knights will be back in action next up, also on the 25th, home game against the Padres of Marcos Deniza. Free pass for Zach Tanner. 1 out, 1 on. This brings up Billy Lewis. Lewis bounced out to second to open up inning number 3. He misses that, 0-1. Rafford sits. He'll throw over to first. Picking it out of the dirt is Minnis. Oh, 1, fouled straight back, 0-2. Knights have really played, the Sentinels have really played a good, clean game, especially defensively. Rafford only has the 1 strikeout. That's okay. He's had a couple of double plays behind him. Just overall good fielding. 2-strike pitch. Outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. You see the shortstop, Nathan Mulligan, creeping into the picture. Shortstop, usually the captain of the infield. Throw over to first. Nothing doing. There goes a runner for a second, and that is punched into center field. Hit and run does not work. Wow, that is a force out, 8-4. Normally you don't see that, but the runner, Tanner, thought it was going to be caught. But in the end, it dropped in front of him. He ran back and could not get back to the bag in time. So fielder's choice is how Lewis reaches, and this will be Chris Hill to the plate. And that's low, 1-0. Tough break. You don't want to get doubled up, but at the same time, you need to know where that ball is going to land. 1-0. Fastball is high, 2-0. And we were just saying good defense by the Sentinels. Joe Ferentz calmly threw it into second base to get the force out. Two-0, fastball is upstairs, 3-0. Rafford throws it over the dish. 3 balls and 1 strike. He's looking to get out of the frame. Sets at the belt. 3-1, gets away from the catcher, ball 4. Moving down to second is Billy Lewis. Big turn, but it will be first and second. The top of the order. We'll have a quick timeout. We'll have some words of wisdom. You want Rafford to just settle down, and this makes sense. I mean, he's got 2 outs already. Nunez is certainly a guy who can disrupt things. Had the leadoff single to open up the game and grounded out to short that end of the third. Rafford's pitch. Swing, and that's popped up. Who can make a play? It will be the pitcher himself for the final out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 men left on. We'll move to the last of the 5th. 3-0 Sentinels. This is Seton Catholic Baseball. Home half of the 5th, top of the order, Nathan Mulligan, Max Peterson, and Chase Rees. First 3 hitters to get a third look at Alfonso Ochoa. Mulligan was at the plate when Ferentz ended the inning, being caught stealing. The junior settles in. First pitch, cut on and missed. As we said, Seton Catholic defeated St. Mary's in both of their meetings last year. And the last time they met in 23, so they've got a 3-game winning streak against the Knights. The last time they met, it actually went 9 innings, and yes, that's 2 more extra innings for high school. Regulation is 7. 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Thought about pulling the trigger, but he lays off. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ochoa, he's pitched well. He's given up just 3 runs. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, as that is actually his first strikeout of the contest. And of those 3 runs, only 2 are earned. So, yes, Ochoa has certainly kept the Knights in the game. Max Peterson, he's 0 for 2. Grounded out twice. Fastball is high, 1-0. Fouled into the netting in front of us. 1 ball and 1 strike. Seton Catholic out of the 3A Central region. Because of this, I feel in all sports they're going to even enhance the natural rivalry that they may have with Valley Christian. 1-1. Upstairs, 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 schools of faith that are really 4 miles from each other, maybe 5 miles, perhaps less. Two-one offering. Upstairs, 3 balls and 1 strike. Peterson making Ochoa work. Hitter's pitch coming up. Called strike 2. As we said, Peterson is a senior, much like Ochoa. So they've faced each other a few times over the last few years. 3-2, he lays off of it, and Peterson draws the 1-out walk. Chase Rees is the hitter. He's 1 for 2 at a 3rd inning single. 17 hits on the season. That leads the team. They get a good shot, actually, of the St. Mary's faithful, along with Brian Stevenson, the skipper of Seton Catholic. Throw over to first. Not in time. It's called strike. Nighttime has fallen here in Chandler, Arizona. The lights are taking full effect. First pitch was at 5:58. It's now 7:11. That's right down Broadway. Reeves with a straight up stance. Ochoa peeks at first. Sets and deals. It's a ball. 2-2. As we said, it's been a good game. 3-0. Another throw over to first. Nothing doing. High school baseball on a Friday night. Ochoa sets. It's out of the zone, up and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A lot going on here in Chandler over this weekend. Tomorrow, the big Chandler Rotary meet over at Chandler High School. Big track meet in the southwest part of the country. And that is punched on 1 hop to the second baseman, Nunez. The throw to first is in time for out number 2. Peterson takes second. 2 outs, and Tialak Del Rosario is the batter. But yes, just jumping back to the Chandler Rotary, that's a big meet. The best of the West will be there, all in this city. Del Rosario takes the pitch outside, and the throw down to second is in time And getting picked off is Max Peterson. We'll call it 2-6. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left. We played 5 full. 3-0. This is Seton Catholic Baseball. Top half of inning number 6. The Knights really need to get something going here, as Luis Mejia will start things off. Mejia, Romero, and De La Rosa, 2, 3, and 4. So you're getting that last wave of your better hitters, and this is where the Knights are looking to produce. First pitch is up, 1-0. Mejia, 2 for 2. He has a team high 22 hits on the season for St. Mary's. Just outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Mejia does have the lone homer for St. Mary's this season. 2-0, and that is hit well. Left center field, and that is going to get between both outfielders, Brown and Ferentz. Circling second is Mejia, and he is going to pull into third with a leadoff triple. He found that gap in left center field, and he has the good speed. 3 for 3. You can see why he is positioned in that 2 hole. And this will bring up Javier Romero. St. Mary's with a golden opportunity to push across a run here in the visiting 6, and that is hit well deep left center field, and that is going to be caught by Brown, but being able to trot home is Luis Mejia. Sacrifice fly for Romero, his 15th, his team high 15th RBI of the season. It gets the Knights on the board. It's now 3-1. And this is where if you're PJ Rafford, you say, hey, you know what? Let me try to get the big fella out and settle down. First pitch is a strike, 0-1. You had 2 big deep balls hit against you really in the matter of 60 seconds. You gave up the run, but now it's time to settle down again if you're Rafford, as you do quickly get ahead of the St. Mary's cleanup hitter. The count is 0-2. Rafford will go from the full wind. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, gets away from the catcher. Del Rosario has plenty of time. He throws down the first base, but it gets away from everyone. That will be an E2. That's a big error. De La Rosa reaching on the error, and there is action in the bullpen. Looks like Garrett Miller is warming up. So Rafford will get credit for the strikeout on paper, but more important, the out has not been recorded. And Sean Berry, the hitter. Swing and a miss. As we said, Garrett Miller warming up in the bullpen. He's a senior. We saw Garrett Miller actually pinch run for courtesy run for Tilac del Rosario in the third inning. That's in the dirt, blocked by Del Rosario. And that was a big play right there. 1-2. Swing, and that is hit sharply to the second baseman on the ground, Reese. The toss to Mulligan for one, and the throw over to Minnis completes another 4-6-3 inning-ending double play. We'll move to the last of the six. 3-1 Sentinels. This is Seton Catholic Baseball. Home half of the sixth inning. The Knights were able to push across a run in the top of the frame. Can the Sentinels answer? 4, 5, and 6, first three hitters. Tilac del Rosario, 0 for 1. Also had a sacrifice in the third inning. Next pitch popped up, foul. One ball and one strike. Both pitchers have thrown very well. Ochoa, as we mentioned, he gave up the 2 earned runs in the second and the run unearned in the third. In the dirt, 2 balls and 1 strike. Del Rosario steps back in. His batting average right around 400 these days as he fouls that over our heads. Goes into the darkness of the track here at Seton Catholic High School. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Full windup for Ochoa. And that hits Del Rosario, or does it? He wanted to jog down the first. Did it hit the knob of the bat, or did it hit him? That's what we're trying to figure out. Del Rosario seems to claim that it hit him. Here comes Brian Stevenson. He'll enter your picture shortly. And I believe, well, their umpire, they're going to figure it out. Del Rosario still has the bat in his hand. Ump's trying to figure it out, and obviously you see St. Mary's dugout behind them. And they're going to say it's a foul ball. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Last of inning number 6. Sentinels, as you see, have the 2-run advantage. Big looping curveball is bounced out to the first baseman off of his glove. Into right field it goes, and probably a play that should have been made. Me personally, I'm a tough scorer. And we'll have the courtesy runner. We are going to see Ricardo Morales as the courtesy runner for Del Rosario. Jax Minnis will be the hitter. Minnis officially 1 for 1. Singled and scored in the 2nd inning and had a sacrifice fly in the 3rd inning. That sac fly scored Del Rosario, or actually it scored Miller, who was the courtesy runner for him. Shows bunt, and the bunt will hit the screen 0-1. As we said, small ball is big. And if Seton Catholic is able to get a run in this inning, that is huge. Having a 3-run lead going into the final frame, that's big. He shows bunt. Pitcher deals, and he swung. 0-2. He did not get the bat back in time. And in the first 6 innings, Seton Catholic has gotten the leadoff man on board 4 of those times. Only in the 4th and 5th have they not been able to get their first batter on base. Swing, and that's fouled off. As we said, the lights are taking full effect on this field. Still a gorgeous night. Whether you're wearing short sleeves, long sleeves, you are comfortable. You definitely are. Springtime in Arizona. Pitcher set. 0-2 fouled off, and that is headed towards one of those light stanchions along the right side of the baseball field. After Minnis, the pitcher P.J. Rafford will be the batter. Minnis with 16 runs batted in, leads the team. 18 runs scored. That's popped up, but that's going to be out of reach of the hustling right fielder Chris Hill. Jax Minnis, the senior. He's faced Ochoa several times over the last few seasons. These teams get after it. High, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Minnis, at the very least, wants to get the runner over. Of course, he wants a base hit. Swing, and that's fouled off. Two balls, 2 strikes. Minnis and Ochoa. Check swing, foul ball screams towards that first base dugout, occupied by the St. Mary's Knights. Ochoa leans in, looks at his catcher Romero. He'll throw over to first. St. Mary's trying to keep this a 2-run deficit. 2-2 is high, 3-2. If the Sentinels are able to get Minnis on board, they can do a lot as they try to manufacture runs. That was a big error by De La Rosa. Three-two called, strike three. That is K number 2 for Ochoa. Took something off of that. Great pitch. And Rafford will be the batter. Pitcher against pitcher. First pitch is a strike, 0-1. One strike offering is hit in the air center field, and it is right at Sean Berry, who makes the grab for the second out of the inning. We've seen good outfield play by both teams. We really have in this one. Chris Rito is going to cross the first base line, and you see him coming out to talk with his senior pitcher, Ochoa. I believe we are going to have a pitching change. Indeed, Ochoa will head off. I think it's going to be Luis Mejia who is going to be on the hill. So we'll have to keep track of some of the other changes that may occur. So indeed, it does look like Mejia is going to be the new pitcher for St. Mary's. Ochoa goes 5 2/3 innings. And from an earned run standpoint, he will give up no less than 2. Indeed, and yes, we've got some great statisticians here. Striking out 2 and walking 4. And we will definitely take a look at who the new scenario is, because Mejia was playing shortstop. And in high school, you usually get more than the proverbial 8 warm-up pitches like you see in the big leagues. But Mejia, yes, he's getting after it. Mejia is the junior. First batter he'll face will be Brady Stevenson. And it looks like Sebastian Morales is going to go out and play shortstop. And Mikey Nanez will move over to second. So Morales to shortstop, and Nanez is the second baseman. So just a straight switch. A lot of times in high school, you'll see that revolving door. So Chris Rito made it easy for all of us. Stevenson 0 for 2. Mejia deals, that's in the dirt. Wild pitch will allow the runner to take second. And that courtesy runner, Ricardo Morales. And that run is the responsibility still for Ochoa. Fastball is inside, 2-0. So Sebastian Morales, the shortstop. The runner at second is Ricardo Morales. Fastball, he's throwing hard, but he's not finding the zone. 3-0. That's in there. 3 balls and 1 strike. Seton Catholic would love to tack on another run. Swing, and that's hit on the ground, and that is going to be fielded by the second baseman on his keister, and he will throw on the first for the final out of the inning. Nanez will make a very good play, and the inning is complete. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and we have played 6 full. 3-1 Sentinels. This is Seton Catholic Baseball. Then they try to switch some things around. Yeah. If he wasn't the bullpen was now he's up. I'm guessing it's like one of those gets on type thing. Yeah. Evan Rios, first hitter here in the home 7th. Rios looks at a strike. PJ Rafford out there going for the complete game. He's 0 for 2. He was caught looking in the second inning and popped up to the third baseman to open up inning number 5. Drops low, 1 ball and 1 strike. The Knights were able to push across a run in the 6th inning. Luis Mejia had a triple and then scored on the Javier Romero sac fly. 1-1, gets the knees, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rafford has worked the strike zone very well. He has struck out just 1, however. It struck out 2. Make it striking out 3. K number 3 for PJ Rafford. This brings up Zach Tanner. Tanner fly to left, and he has walked. First pitch, he checks his swing, 1-0. 1-0, fouled straight back, 1 ball and 1 strike. Seton Catholic looking to make it 4 in a row over St. Mary's over the course of 3 different seasons. 1-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. There you get a good look at the red and gold backers right behind home plate. They love their Sentinels, as they should. 2-1 is high. 3 balls and 1 strike. And as good as Rafford has pitched, and he has pitched very well, we do have to remember the tying run in this game is on deck. Swing, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pitcher kicks and deals. Ball 4, and indeed the tying run is coming to the plate. Zach Tanner works out his second free pass of the game. And this is Billy Lewis to the plate, sophomore. Lewis 0 for 2. Fastball gets the outer half of the plate, 0-1. Swing and a miss. He was late on that one. 0-2. Bradford has really settled down. He's learned to get himself out of trouble. As that pitch misses, 1-2. Bradford set. He's ready to deal. Swing, and that is punched foul the other way. They get a good look at the lights, the field. As we said, it's Friday night lights, and that does not always mean football. Not in spring, it doesn't. Nothing like some great weather baseball. Fans are out enjoying it. 1-2, missing outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rafford trying to get Lewis. He does represent the tying run. 2-2, popped foul. Count stays put. As we said, both teams will be in action on the 25th of March. That would be Tuesday. Seton Catholic will play at Apache Junction. St. Mary's will host Marcos Deniza. Two, swing and a miss, strike 3. K number 4 for Rafford. Comes up with the big strikeout when he needed. And the balance of this game rests with the at-bat of Chris Hill. Hill grounded to short in the 3rd and walked in the 5th. First pitch is in there, strike 1. Rafford's 0-1. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. And as good as Rafford has been, and he's been very good, I always give credit to the catcher as well. Del Rosario has been fantastic. 1-1, high and tight, 2 balls and 1 strike. Del Rosario, the senior. Rafford, the senior. As we said at the top of the broadcast, a senior battery can take you a long way. Two, 1. 3 balls and 1 strike. And you do have to be careful here. It's one of those things where you have to get the out, but you don't want to face Nanez and start to reset the top of the order. You'd love to end the game right here. 3-1. Ball 4, and the tying runs are on base. Tanner to second, Hill to first. Nanez will get his at-bat, but will have the meeting on the mound. The infielder is having a chat. Nanez 1 for 3, the St. Mary's second baseman. Rafford an out away from a complete game. First pitch, ruled high, 1-0. This has been a really well-played game. It's been very competitive. There's a reason why the tying runs are on base in the last inning. Inside, Rafford not finding the zone. He has walked 2 in this frame. Strikeout, walk, strikeout, walk. Both runners take good-sized leads. Rafford set the pitch. That is ruled high, 3-0. If you're Rafford, you start to get into that danger zone now if you lose Nunez. And that's a strike, 3-1. Props to Paulo Hutchinson, who has just really been on top of the graphics and the camera angles, as they always see a great look at the Seton Catholic faithful. 3-1. Ball 4. Sacks are full. Tying run at second. Tanner at third. Hill is that tying run at second. And Nunez, the go-ahead run at first. And then we're going to see Brian Stevenson, the manager slash head coach, go out and talk with Rafford. He's going to take the ball from him. And we saw Garrett Miller warm up in the bullpen earlier, and that's who is going to come in and pitch. So Rafford will get credit for 6 2/3 innings. Strikes out 4 from a walk scenario. 1, 2, 3, 4 walks. Excuse me, 5 walks. 3 in this inning. There we see Miller, the senior, warming up. Big game, as we said, this is a rivalry. Both coaches know each other very, very well. And despite not being in the same conference anymore, they wanted to continue playing, and I think it is great that they're doing so. And what a game this has been on a Friday night. Miller going for the save. That's really what it is, and you don't really, you see it in high school, yes, but when you think about bringing in a guy for a save in the last inning, you usually think big leagues and certainly higher levels, but in this case, yeah, it's about Miller getting Luis Mejia. It's about the man, the young man who you deem to say, hey, we're closing this game out, going against St. Mary's best hitter. Mejia is 3 for 3 in this game. 23 hits in this St. Mary's 12th game. So, yes, he's getting basically a hit a game. 2 hits a game, actually. Single in the first, a single in the fourth, a triple in the 6th inning. He's actually scored the only run. And Luis Mejia came in to get Brady Stevenson to ground out to end the 6th inning. So, yeah, you have pitcher against pitcher right now. Mejia hitting over 500 on the season. It's a big matchup, real big matchup. Miller sets up. First pitch is a strike, 0-1. righty to lefty matchup. These are always fun. You can see that Mejia is comfortable at the plate. 0-1 is punch fouled, 0-2. And just like that, Miller gets 2 quick strikes on the night's best hitter. What do you throw here? In the bigs, that's when you start to mix around with some pitches. But high school against high school, is it power against power? Do you try to take something off a pitch? We'll find out. 0-2 is outside, 1-2. I think a lot of people underestimate the batter against pitcher game within a game, and that's what this is. We're seeing a good one right here. 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3, and this contest is over. What a phenomenal contest as Garrett Miller comes in and picks up the save, and he strikes out Luis Mejia. Final score, Seton Catholic 3, St. Mary's 1, as we see the two teams that have a lot of respect for one another. They are shaking hands and, of course, doing the right thing. Terrific game, and the winning pitcher was P.J. Rafford as he picks up his first win of the season, and falling short, because I never say there are losers, because there are none in high school sports. Alfonso Ochoa falls on the short end of the mound. 3-1 is the final. Seton Catholic improves to 9-5 on the year. St. Mary's drops to 8-4. Both teams will see action on Wednesday against Apache Junction and Marcos de Niza, respectively. My name is Brett Quinton. I got to thank Paulo Hutchison for producing this. He laid it out perfectly, and he's a big reason why Seton Catholic Sports is consistently thriving on YouTube. Brett Quinton saying good night from Chandler, Arizona.